Hi, Julie Torrance here. I've got the fan paints out here. Mine are made by Superior. I honestly think they all are made by Superior. They just have a few that are white labeled out there. And variety of brushes. I want to make this little girl. I want to do another whimsical girl. So I drew her on just some printer paper. And the reason why I did this is so that as I'm working, and I used a lot of graphite on the back when I got her the way I wanted, but I just wanted all of my corrections and my erasing on a piece of paper that isn't as expensive, to tell you the truth, as a piece of watercolor paper. So I'm here in my Canson XL book, and I just want to draw a little or paint a little Valentine kind of girl. So let's get started. You know what I didn't bring is my palette, but that's okay. I'll just use the palette from my metallics. That'll be fine. All right. Like I said, variety of brushes. I'm going to get started with my Princeton 6. And I'm going to find some kind of a tan color. And if she's got a little gold on her, I don't care. I think that might even be pretty. All right. I'm going to start with her head because I want to do her hair and I want her hair to be dry. So I'm just filling her in. Our whimsical girl. So how are you? I'm doing pretty good. It is literally 1 degree. Now I've got her hands and arms here, and we're working off of that same kind of a stick figure that we've done before. And I don't know if she's pulling something out of the mailbox or putting something in the mailbox. One of the two, but whichever. All right, I want to get a purpley shade. There's a pink shade right here. That's fine. I just want to make a little bit of a shadow color for inside the mailbox. And this is going to be really a mixed media sort of a project. Okay, now that mailbox. We have kind of a pink color going there. Let me pull a bit of a red. And I'm going to get some more of that purpley color. And a little more of that purpley color. I even want it darker. I think this is kind of that's more of an aquamarine blue, but that's okay. All right. On to the mailbox. 1 degree. This is cold, cold weather. Today is January 21 of 2025, because you might be watching this in the future. And it's cold all over the country. I mean, it's newsworthy. My sister, who lives in Atlanta, Georgia, they're cold. Now, she grew up in, like me, in the Michigan, Ohio areas. And, you can't say she's not used to it, but I don't know if any of us get used to this. I just grabbed the metallic-y black color that's in my metallics kit, since we're going metallic on this, I guess, which is fine. I'm just doing this for fun. I just want to have some fun. Now I'm going to put this black here, and if it bleeds or blends with what I've already got out there, I don't care. I really don't care. And I am going to get a little bit of a shadow going in here. And little black going on here. A little more. Good. Well, for that stem, I want some kind of a wood color. So I'm starting out with, kind of looks to me more like an Indian red, but that's all right. I never swatch these. They're pretty much impossible that I would be able to have a swatch go with it. At least I couldn't wrap my brain around that, or maybe I didn't want to. I don't know. I'm digging into a little copper color here in the metallics. And I'm just putting some of that bracing under the box. I think I'll use that same coppery color. I don't know how much of all that you can see. I'll use it for this little bit of hardware on the mailbox. Yep, we've had snow plows, and we've had, I'm gonna grab a different brown color. We've had the snow blowers and just, you know, all kinds of stuff going on. We've got probably about 6 to 8 inches of snow on the ground. It didn't all fall at once, but I believe overnight we had maybe, oh, I'm grabbing some green. Probably had a fairly good amount of snow last night, maybe like 4 inches, 3 or 4. It's lake effect snow, very hard for the weathermen to predict. Okay, while that's wet, I'm just taking, I think I will take my liner brush, wet it, and just start making some grass out of this wet. And I'll put some more grass in front of her feet once I get her feet drawn in. I've got more wet pigment over here than I do anywhere else, so I'm just picking it up. See, just like that. To get a first little layer of grass, I'm going into the green color that I already had. And see, now that's given me a whole nother layer look of grass. Do it again. And maybe we'll throw a few little flowers in there. Who knows? Okay. How about working on her little envelope? I would really like a pink shade. And this little kit really leans more towards warm colors. So I'm going to grab some of this white that is on here, kind of a Chinese white. I'll put it right here. And just a couple of sweeps through that red and see what I get. See, I'm getting kind of a peach. That doesn't surprise me. Oh, there, it turned pink. All right, dry my brush and pick up that little bit of pink. And let's give our envelope some color. Very nice. Okay, we've kind of got the basics going on. I'm gonna get a base color on her dress. And let's see. I'm just, trying to think of a different color. Okay, blue. We don't have much blue on here. Any. And so I'm just gonna get a little base going on her little dress here. Nice. I can hear the snowplows again. I was outside, oh, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes ago. And because there was a little bit of sun out, and I thought I'm just going to get a little sun on my face and get a little fresh air in my lungs. And since that time, they've decided to plow again. Now we're gonna jazz up that dress. Just kind of getting a base color on things. I really didn't put any grass or anything by her feet. Not sure why I didn't, but I'm just gonna wash in a little bit of green there. You know, between her legs and all that. All right. Now, her hair and her face. Let's get some bangs on her. And I think I'm going to go with an orangey red. I haven't even changed brushes yet. Well, I guess for the grass I did. And I'm just going to start with her bangs. All right, now a different color. I'm going to make her, remember we made that girl with all the swirlies in her hair and she had hearts in her hair? I'm just getting the water off of the ferrule. I want to do her hair in kind of that style again. And maybe some yellow over here. I'm just making shapes in her hair area just to make like a nice big oval of hair. Maybe some of this yellow green. I've got a lot of water going on here. Let's see if I can. Okay, and I'm going to grab a red tone. You see if I open this up a little more. Do I have any more red tones? Not really. Not that many reds. What's this? Up here. I think it's kind of a pinkish maroonish. If it mixes and blends, it's okay. Couple little curls sticking out here and there. Okay, she needs a blue or a purple. Let's go with a blue that's different than her dress. I'm just going to get a touch of water. I think I'm going to take this blue, give it a swirl just like that. Now I'm leaning back because I kind of want to see. Is this purple? I think we decided it was. just trying to see a little bit where her hair needs to go a little bit more, maybe. I forgot to fill in her throat. Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to take that reddy maroon color and brush is a little dry. It's okay. I like that. I like that. Okay, how we doing? I'm going to give her, where's that pink color? Right here. I'm going to give her some cheeks. A little chin. Maybe her ear. Rub out that a little bit. Nice. Okay. I think we're dry enough that I can add some colors to her legs. I'm going to go with this red color. I might need a touch more water. Yep, I've got striped tights on her. Yep, and her shoes will be black when the time comes. All right, I'm going to put some little character or something to this dress. And let's see. Let's find again a different blue. Like up here, I think is kind of a teal blue. And I know you can hardly see what's going on with this. Still probably can hardly see. That's the thing about this fan. It really doesn't show off well. Little rick-rack going on. Yep, I like that. I'm gonna grab that blue. It was kind of like almost an ultramarine. And I'm just gonna outline. I've still got some other paint in there, or else I'm in the purple. It could be that I'm in the purple. It's fine. I just wanted to make a difference between her sleeves and the dress and all that. Yeah, let's find maybe this blue. Well, that's not it either. She has a variety. That's all good. As a matter of fact, I kind of like this color. Which one was it? This one? Yeah, I like that as a second layer. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna soften up her chin with just a little water. Her cheeks I'm leaving alone, softening up her neck a little bit with just a little water. All right, we got a lot of color, we got a lot of sparkle. I think we need a little more something or another going on with this hair. I'm going to go back into this purple. Okay. And maybe that teal. Put some of that in here. Now I'm going to be jazzing up her hair more when we get, further into the details of all this. All right, the mailbox. I'm just going to go in with a color. I don't think I've used this color except a little bit in her hair. I'm just adding a little bit of this different red to that heart. I want to get some of that purple shade just on the tip of my brush. And I'm going to put it here where I believe there'll be the shadow of the fold of her envelope. A little bit of shadow around her hands. We're getting there. And I'm going to get some yellow. Sunny yellow. And a little bit of water. A little bit more yellow. See if I can get some yellow dots at the bottom here. I did. Now, I'm going to take a smaller brush, going into that yellow, but I did not go into water. And I'm just going to, some of the dots, I'm just putting them, like, making them bigger with the little bit of pigment. So there's going to be some yellow dots, like there's small flowers, and there's going to be some bigger dots. I just put the very tip in the water, brush is very dry, and I'm going to even add a few bigger ones. But when I first start out with a splatter, it gives me more of an organic feel. Now she's got a flower dot way up here, and I'm just gonna rinse it off. There. That's fine. I'm just cleaning up the water now. All right. Well, we're gonna let her dry. And, well, before I do that, don't go away yet. Don't go away at all, because I'm going to let it dry. For you, I'll be right back. But I'm going to, with the liner brush, I'm just going to put in, and I'm using the color that I think is almost like an Indian red. And I'm just putting in a little bit of wood grain. I can feel my fingers in that little bit of yellow. A little bit more pigment. Little wood grain going on there. Okay. Maybe a little bit of detail on her dress? Sure. Good idea. I'm going into this olive green with my liner brush. I'm just twirling my brush in there because I don't want to splay it out. And maybe I'm just going to put like this. some kind of a marbly pattern. It'll just give us some texture to work on when we come back and put some details in. Okay, like I said, this is going to rest a minute, but I will be right here. And things seem to be nice and dry. I only did the little white eyes. I put those in while you weren't looking so that they would have a chance to dry. But I'm going to start working on her, and I think I'm going to start with her hair. So I've got my Stettler, and it's a 01, and I'm just going to start putting some of the doodling sorts of details in. So I'm going to just outline her bangs. This does not have to be perfect. And I'm just going to put some lines in. For her bangs. I may go back and see if I can squeeze another line in between. I think I'll like that better. So a day's gone by. I really wanted this to dry. And to be honest, I've had a hard time with motivation in just sitting down and doing some art. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's this crazy weather that we're having or what. I'm going to just put this little curl in. Nice. Okay, I'm going to move things around. I did bring my my palette up closer. Am I going to do more watercolor? I'm not sure. I've got my Poscas, but I just want to work on some of this doodling. So I'm just going to be making some hair motions. And I think this will help kind of pull all these colors together. I hope you're still doing well. I think part of my problem with motivation has been a little bit of fatigue. I started a diet. I need to diet. I mean, I'm just getting too big. And let's face it, I'm not getting younger. The longer I allow myself to be as overweight as I am, the harder it's going to be for me to do something about it. So, but I was warned that at first my body was going to be complaining about not getting as much sweets and as much carbs and all that, and that I might have a challenge. So maybe that's what I went through. I don't know. Now I realize that this level of doodling can get a little bit boring. So I'll probably do some speeding up. I really like her hair. I think that came out good. I was thinking about maybe adding flowers and things, but I think I'm just going to add a little more doodling on the outside of her head. Okay, we can always add more, but I'm liking that pretty well. I think I'm going to start working on her. I think I'm going to work on her eyes a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Posca and I just grab this green right on top. I don't generally do brown eyes because they just look black, and I would really like to be able to see her pupils. So I'm just going to add those little green eyes and let them dry. And I'm just going to change up markers just to, it'll change the look a little bit. So this one is my Sharpie and it's just called a Fine. Now here is where, the details I think are really gonna make a difference in how she looks. See what's going on here, Mr. Pen. Oh, look, I got some green over here. Well, well, well. Yeah, that's what happened. Well, that's okay, but I ran my pen through it. Let me just see if I can get that rubbed off quick. Aha. Yeah, we'll work that in. We're not going to worry about that. The acrylic ink in a Posca will get hard on the tip of one of your alcohol type markers, and it will just, if it gets hard and left there, it will end up ruining the pen. Ask me how I know. Okay. See, I'm liking that already. I really am. I'm concentrating in my head what I'm going to do about these. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this one right now. There. I'm making it some kind of a flying bug. Yep. This one, not sure yet. But that one can be a little butterfly of some kind or another. These little details, honestly, make a huge difference. And don't worry about perfection. Obviously, I'm not, and don't have to. Get her little black shoe in here. We've got lots and lots of snow going on. There's probably 6 or 8 inches on the ground, but it's taken days and days for that to happen. It's just been also so bitterly cold. All right, I'm liking this. I think I want more details. I'm going to put some stripes in her socks between the stripes. Why not? Yep, I think that's cute. I'm going to turn this whole thing around and I'm going to work a little bit on this mailbox. I'm going to change pens again. Now, this one is called Ultra Fine, but I don't think, and this is the one that kind of leaks a little bit. I don't think it's, well, I don't know what they mean by ultra fine. I guess I should just leave it at that. Valentine's Day is going to be coming, obviously. And I think that was part of my inspiration of wanting to make a girl like this. I like the first girl that we made like this with the hearts in her hair. So I just wanted to give myself a try at another whimsical girl. I've not done whimsical girls over and over like I've done with the birds that I've done. She is a new entity for me. But I like her. Like her enough that I wanted to do it again. All right. I'm liking that. Now, this is the braces for the mailbox. And I'm not going to put a black line at the bottom of the mailbox because I want it to be grass. Like that. I hope you find this a fun project. I'm enjoying it. And I'm frankly happy that I am enjoying it. Now this envelope, I want to put some other details in it. I think it's cute. This is her hand. Can finish getting her arms in there. And look, there's no elbows, there's no fingers, there's just little arms. And I think it comes off just fine. I'm going to put a little bit of the wood grain that I started with the watercolor, but just a little, not as much as I did with that watercolor. All right, still thinking on that. I'm thinking another butterfly wouldn't be bad. Or some kind of a bug. Just leave it like that. It's fine. Okay. I'm liking my little flowers here. I think I'm going to add, and well, in her face, let's think about that face. Now, the eyes are dry. I want to give her some lips, and I want pink, not red. And I'm going to just give her a little bit of pink right there, and then let that dry. And let's get some more details, like on this envelope. I think I'm going to put a little heart on the envelope and maybe some little hearts along the bottom. Yes, I like that. Maybe a little something like these little scallops. Another row. And then maybe some little lines coming down between the scallops. Little balls. Yep. And I want to do more to her dress. So I put those lines that are kind of like, I don't know, marbly or something like that. So let's work off of those. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put dots around. Let's get the white pen out. I've got my Uniball. Thank you, Donna. It came in Happy Mail. I'm just getting it started. It's really cold out. Really cold. So even though we're in the house, you touch things and they're cold. But I think I'm just going to fill in with the white, like around each of these little green lines. I find that the Uniball does show up a little bit more once it's dry, not as much as the gel. The gel, almost jelly roll ones, it goes down almost clear. But then as it dries, you can see the white. I can see that it's kind of giving up a little bit. I think that sometimes these pens pick up even the watercolor pigment. And this is not going to be real noticeable. It should be more noticeable than that. We're getting invisible. All right, come on, pen. There we go. I like Poscas, you know that. But I find that the Uniball pen, I can get even smaller and closer, a little more control. And although it'll stop from time to time, you don't get a great big blob. So I like that. And we've just about got these knocked off here. So after this project, I'm going to be starting a journal because, as I said, I started dieting and I want to make a diet journal. So I hope you'll join me for that. Okay, I like that white dress or the white dots. Let me see if I can show you a little bit closer. I think they're pretty. Okay, can we work on her face? I think so. I'm going back to the Stettler. And I'm going to outline her pretty eyes. Just a very tiny indication of a nose. Nice. I think I'm going to make her bottom lip just a little bigger. Yeah. She has a little ear here. And let's give her a little chin, little neck or throat. She's looking good. All right. Some of these flowers at the bottom, I'm going to add a little something. Not to all of them at all. Just here and there. And I'm going to add some little shoots of grass. Aw, I think she's gorgeous. I enjoyed this. And it is 2025. Well, you've hung in with me this long. Thank you so much. If you found this helpful, I hope that you give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, this is the day to do it. Now, hang in there because there's going to be a video popping up for you, but then there'll be some pictures after. I will see you soon.